Welcome back to Sportsline. There's never been any argument with this. Those that play and coach in the CFL are motivated simply by the love of the game. Once you buy into that, you can understand why Bob Nicholson had so much trouble today cutting his job in half. He remains Argo general manager. He will hire the next coach. More from Don Martin.
And for Bob Nicholson, it has finally happened. A Grey Cup triumph here at the stadium at BC Place. The capper to a fantastic year for the Argonauts.
It took more than a Grey Cup victory in 1983 and more than a last play loss in 1987 to bring tears to the eyes of Bob Nicholson. What it took was saying goodbye, closing that chapter of his life.
I think it's probably time. Excuse me. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. The one thing I've always tried to leave with the players, and even at this level, I know it's tough because I always felt like I didn't want the players to think they were just getting paid to play a game they loved to play. I wanted them to think that when they played for a Bob Nicholson coach team that they got something out of it that would help them as people in their futuring and furthering their own careers and their lives.
You know, he gave it all, and you can tell by the tears, you know, giving up 30 years of coaching. And you got the feeling that he was giving 100% to you, and, you know, you knew where he stood, and he was straightforward with you, and sort of like a father-son relationship. You know, he was strict, but at least you respected him.
Obi steps aside after 13 years along the sidelines that included 11 playoff appearances, 3 trips to the Grey Cup, and that one CFL championship back in 1983. In other words, it'll be a tough act to follow. But that doesn't necessarily mean the new general manager will go out in search of another Bob Nicholson.
I hope I just find a good quality person that has all the same kind of characteristics maybe that Bob Nicholson had as far as work ethic and knowledge and understanding and those kind of things. But then once he gets on the field with the players, he's going to be his own guy.
Obi refused to name names when it came to his successor, saying he'll know only after sitting down with them face to face. But he hopes to have the hiring done by the end of January. One other unspoken reason for moving into management, it'll give him the stability to reunite his family, which stayed behind in Vancouver when he took the Argo job a year and a half ago. And while Obi will be a new boss, he'll also have a new boss. Former Blue Jays executive Bob Nicholson takes over as full-time president of the Argos with the goal of lowering ticket prices and luring fans back by making every game an event.
No, I think we've got to be effectively marketing our product in Toronto, and that's the way we're going to sell tickets in this city. And we're not never have any intention of trying to pressure people to coming down that we're going to fold a franchise or whatever. But I think it's a healthy competition, knowing that Hamilton might actually outdraw us. That's a scary prospect. I mean, we're definitely going to be out there in the market trying to out-hustle these guys. And I think that might build that rivalry between our two cities again. I'm very encouraged by what's happening in Hamilton. I think it's a positive for Toronto because, unfortunately, we all get dragged down with just the whole image of instability in the league. And if we shore up one of the premier franchises in the league, one of the great traditions in the CFL, then I'm very happy, and I think that helps us here in Toronto as well.
Don Martin for Sportsline.